As a leader, I do have my own interpretation that we should all be saying one thing, that the youth issues, Australian youth issues, being African youth or mainstream youth or any other background for that issue.
If you look at the statistic, you know, we are less than even 1%, yeah. And this is not an African gang-related issue, It's an Australian issue, It's youth, It doesn't matter, I think if the community, if they can collaborate with the youth and have a good understanding, they can come up with things that will actually move us forward.
Just when you talk about community collaborating with the youth, what are you talking about in terms of what type of collaborations who you want to see from the community and the youth?
The honest truth is, we the youth and the community, there's a big breakdown in our relationship, That's the biggest thing,
With the older generation or amongst the youth?
Between us, the younger generation, and the older generation, There's a communication breakdown, there's a trust breakdown. Like, it's beyond, I can't say it's beyond repair, but we have to ensure that we gain community trust, and community also gain our trust. That's what we're working on, And how are we gonna gain the community trust if the only place we see the community leaders is maybe at the parties, community parties, and just maybe a church service, There's no activities that actually bring the youth and the community together and talk about constructive issues,
Yeah, I agree with you. You need to understand someone. If I don't understand you and you speak to me, do you think I'm going to listen to you?
The kind of actually correction that we used to do with our kids is a crime here.
Yeah.
So it has brought now the gap. You fear your kid. Another thing is the education background of our parents and the rest. It's another problem because the kids always like somebody who can challenge them. You look, if you remain in high school, after the child reach high school, it's that challenging you. It brings you maybe a number in mathematics and then you can't solve it. You think, oh, it's the king in the house. He has finished school now. That's another thing. And another thing is the jail system here. Is another biggest thing because jail, I think for myself is like another school of correction. I think if somebody has already finished on the jail system, he should come out there and his name is washed, like cleansing. But here you come from the jail, instead you create more problem on you. You don't get police clearance for work. Where would I go? One of the things is the families, separation and the rest. This little money for the settlement and the rest cause a lot of chaos in the family. Yeah. Somebody say, this is my money, this is my money, this is my money.
Already been said. However, since I was suspended, I found that there is a problem. The problem didn't start today, but it's gaining momentum.
Okay.
And we are giving to the media to transform a land into elephant.
Yeah.
That's the role of the media. And then nothing can change. We can like it or not, but that's how the media works.
Coming to freedom, that's the same thing. When you come to this country, there are rights and responsibilities. A lot of people take only rights, but leave alone the responsibilities. So when you leave the responsibility away, that's what the problem here happens now. Because you've only taken the right. I have the right to do what I want, because I am now a good person. But you are forgetting that these people come together. They come together, right, and responsibilities. You have responsibilities as a citizen to do something to your nation. You have a right and responsibilities also to your parents to abide, whatever the rules that are putting in the house.
Where like the Western value, clash with the African values, of course there will be a problem, There will be a problem. Africans are not the first one to experience this, Some communities, but it is the way we as Africans, how can we contain it ourselves, How can we make sure that, we have this principle that will guide us, even though we live in Western society, we'll be like, this is our African way of life, You can go to school here, you can do it, but at the end of the day, when you come home, you have to know first thing, you are an African, and these are the values, Respect your parents, respect the elders, Be productive, And some of the activities that we have adopted in the West here, they were very rare in the African culture, Like you have moms who don't drink, you have dads who don't drink, you have moms who don't smoke, you have dads who don't smoke, Those were like foreign activity into an African home, But then when you come here, we're like, where there's freedom, and that's what Uncle was talking about, There's a boundary, You should operate between, the high and the low, Where is the limit of the freedom, Where can you say enough is enough, And that's when the family structure come in, When we have a very disfranchised, family structure, we know it's not going to be a happy home, It's not going to be a happy home. But where there's a structure within the family, there's a father, there's a mother, and they have guardians, like guidelines of how, these are the protocols, then it shapes the children, But when you have a very dysfunctional family, where you see a kid, you can tell straight, this kid is from this family,
So we came with a lot of different experiences, different cultures. When we came here, they set up the system. We were asked to just integrate the system straight away. This is where the problem started. In this country, they use more I than the word we. So we in Africa, we use the word we very often. If I have my children, you can be 20 years old, but I still know I still know everything. Any private service you have, you will never hide it from me.
We need to go straight to the point. The problem we have is our behaviors. We need to understand we have a problem, and we need to go and solve this problem. And then how can we solve this problem? By all of us working together. The government need to listen to us. The non-governmental organization need to listen to us, and also the community leaders need to listen, and young people themselves need to listen. We're talking about young people. Some of these people, like you said, it's not young people. They're 35, even they're 40 years old. And now we're saying young people. Even young people would be embarrassed to see those people who are causing problems. They're not young. You should go to where these young people are, see them. You see how they are, so that you will see and say, oh, we are talking about these people that they are actually young people. We thought they're 15, 14, 12. They're 40. If they're older. So maybe we need to find another strategy of dealing with these people who are already 40 years old or 35 years old, and they do all those things and they still call themselves youth. So I think we need to work together. For me, I would say there's no time to waste. We need to go straight and start working. And the community leaders need to step up and start reforming their office if the office is not functioning, and then start to get the youth office and eye so that they can see what is happening with the young people. Thank you.
Yeah, I think I would probably agree with what Dr. Jim has said. As a community leader, I've been doing this for the last 20 years since I came to this country. And, you know, without commitment, what I first is people have to be committed. If we are committed, then we can address the issue. So commitment and trust. So if we can actually take those two, I think we will actually do this problem. I was called in the Melbourne issue and I actually went and had a meeting and I also told them the same. Here in South Australia, to just add what is the mentality of the campaign, is that here in South Australia, we are a very small city. We can actually contain issues here. But the most important things that I did, actually initially when I was the president of this community, before I came down to the chair of there were some issues within the Sudanese community where the young people were doing some anti-social behavior. One day I'll go out there, they say, oh, we came here by ourselves, we don't have parents here, even those who have parents here. So what I did then, that's why Juma was employed. So he was actually employed as Sudanese African liaison officer. During that when I was president. And then Juma did a very good job because what I noticed is our young people sometimes respect their elders. And he rightly put it. They still respect us, despite the gap, but the respect is still there. So when a young person sees you somewhere and you want to do something bad, and he sees you, because he respects you, he will walk away. And that's what exactly happened. So we then thought this is working. So then we again lobby to, instead of calling him now the Sudanese liaison officer, then we were updated now to African liaison, because we saw this model was working. And was also adopted by all other states as well. To avoid that issue that the boys were doing and girls were doing this issue and denying that they don't have parents here, I said we should then, if there are doing some issues which are not shown on TV through the camera, then I introduced that if the kid has done something bad, show the camera, we will identify the kid, and I will identify the parents, and then the human role will be to give me the names, identify kids who have done that, and I will come and identify the parents. Parents are called, we go there, and then all of us are here. The police is there, parents is there, the kid is there too. Then the kid is a command there and then in front of the parent. So which will now make the parent to be supported by the leader, and I will support those parents. Yeah, I know that you have some issues with your son or your daughter. Madam is there to support you. But when we come up with the concept of saying, this child is doing this, is not my child, I don't like him, he has to go out of the house, that's where the problem comes. So, and that's our job now with the leader, as leaders, to actually talk to your parents and say, if your kid has done something, you call him, you forgive him, and give him that support. But because the trust is not there, again goes into the trust, the kid doesn't trust the parent. When the kid comes in and they've done something bad, the parent will say, oh, this kid is going to spoil my others who are really now good. So that fear is there because there's no trust. That's where the question of, since you've done this, can you be aware that, I can consider that as if I don't have a child, but this one who I'm good. And that is a very wrong approach, because still call you, your name will still be there. You have to be there. You are still a parent, you are still a mother, or you are still a father. So the only way is bring the child in, make him, seek some help from community leaders, seek some help from the government, and everything will be addressed. So I also fully agree with the Shibata. Sometimes government, they do help. If they were not helping, this process that I just explained would have not been possible.